Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm starting a new series which is going to be written out. It's called Complicated Love. In this story, Adrian and Marinette hate each other, but Cat Noir and Ladybug are dating. And I wrote the story and I'm going to be voicing all the characters and narrating it. Here are the colors. And let's get started with the story. On a beautiful starry night, Cat Noir is sitting on the edge of the Eiffel Tower, waiting for his lady to come for patrol. He had a special surprise for her, a bracelet he had customized just for her. It had a cat paw print with a ladybug heart. He thought it was a perfect gift for her. She usually was always early, but tonight she was running late. Cat Noir starts to look around in hope of spotting the red bug. Just then, Cat Noir heard a soft thump behind him. He turned around, looking at Ladybug, who had just arrived. His face lights up with happiness as he sees Ladybug drop behind him. He runs towards her, immediately tackling her into a hug and picking her up. Ladybug starts laughing as Cat Noir starts spinning around in the air. "Cat, put me down," she said, still laughing. "All right, fine," he said, as he saw that she's going to get dizzy if he didn't stop soon. Then he realizes that he needed to ask her why she arrived late. "Bugaboo, may I ask why you were late for patrol today?" he asked, sounding a little worried. Actually, I had to ask my Kwame something." Cat Noir gets curious as to what she was talking about, but he didn't want to invade her privacy. "Do you mind telling me what it was?" It's perfectly fine if you don't want to. I was just curious," Ladybug interrupts. And we actually had to tell him at one point. Cat Noir sees that whatever this was, it had to be serious. "I was just asking Tiki if we should reveal our identities or not. She gave me permission as I am the new guardian, but it's just that..." Her voice trailed off. She turned away from Cat and had a sad expression. Cat Noir, on the other hand, was beaming with joy, because he would finally find out who Ladybug was under the mask. But as he saw her expression wasn't matching his, he got concerned and looked confused. "What's wrong, Bugaboo? Isn't this what we've always wanted?" "I just don't want it to change anything between us. We're perfectly fine with the life we're living now. What if, behind the masks, we hate each other? What if we're not meant to be?" Cat Noir realized what she was talking about. She was scared to lose him, and to be frank, he was also afraid to lose her. But he knew nothing can keep them away from each other. "Hey, look at me." He lifts her chin up so she could directly look into his eyes. "No matter what happens, I'll never leave you. I can't even imagine a world without you." With that, Ladybug smiles and nods. She was ready to find out who her kitty really was. Cat Noir was really excited, but he tried to hide it and not let Ladybug notice. Claws in. Spots off. Closed their eyes at the blinding light as they de-transformed, Tiki and Ply landing on their hands. The Kwamis both had the same thing in mind. This wasn't going to end well. Adrian and Marinette slowly opened their eyes, ready for the big reveal. After they opened their eyes and saw themselves, Marinette jumped back as soon as she saw her nemesis. Adrian, on the other hand, was frozen from shock at what he was witnessing. "Adrian?" "Marinette?" They both blurted out each other's names. "It was you? See, I told you we shouldn't have done this. I knew this was gonna end up bad." Adrian was still trying to process what he had just witnessed. The lady of his dreams was his enemy? That can't be possible. Would he still love her or what? He couldn't leave her after what he said. He didn't know what to do. "Hello? You there? Ugh, I didn't know you were deaf. I told you to not let us reveal. Now, how are we gonna save Paris if we can't even help ourselves?" Marinette starts to cry. Adrian was still frozen. He didn't know what to do. He didn't want to upset his lady, but he didn't really want to help out the girl he despised. He knew he'd fallen in love with the same girl he hated. After all, she was his girlfriend. Then, finally, he slowly begins to speak. You're Marinette. Ladybug. There was a long silence. Nothing but Marinette crying quietly could be heard. A little while later, Adrian breaks the silence again. I think we should just transform back. It'll be easier to look at each other. Adrian and Marinette refuel their kwamis and quickly transform back. Even though they knew they were each other's enemies, even though they knew nothing would ever be the same again, Kenwar didn't know what to do. He was mostly the one that made Marinette cry. So when she was talking about the boy who always hurt her at school, it was him? He was angry at himself? He hurt her but helped her as his alter ego. That didn't make sense at all. Kenwar loses his mind. I hate you, Marinette. So you know what? We are no more, Ladybug. I hate you! As soon as he said it, he felt a knot tie up in his stomach. He loved her with all his heart, but even that was an understatement. She was everything to him, and to say that to her felt like the end of the world. Ladybug, on the other hand, how strong, but she knew that when she got home, she would cry an ocean of tears. Kenwar could see her holding back more tears. He regretted hurting her, but he had to, or things would be complicated. He had no intention of being Marinette's friend, but after what he learned, would he change his mind? He got flashbacks of her being mean to him, and he in return would hurt her. He got more flashbacks of their greatest moments as Ladybug and Cat Noir, but also the bad moments as Marinette and Adrian. Cat Noir regretted hurting her every day, but did Marinette regret hurting him? He wanted to apologize for blurting out such a rude comment. Cat Noir reached for her hand, but Ladybug pushed his hand away. He knew very well that she wanted to be alone, but he didn't want to leave his lady. Patrolling around the city was boring and quiet. He searched around the city for something potentially leading to an Akuma, but they came to the conclusion that there wasn't going to be an akumatization. They went back to the spot that had revealed their identities. Both of them stood there, not knowing what to say. Cat Noir breaks the silence with an apology. Fine, I'm sorry. Can we still at least be friends? He asks, with pleading eyes. What's the point? Nothing will ever be the same again. Don't tell anyone at school about our identities, and don't follow me home. She hops away, shedding tears. Cat Noir is left on the edge of the Eiffel Tower. He starts to cry, collapsing onto the floor. Soon enough, he realizes he has to make it up to her, one way or another, whether it was Adrian or as Cat Noir. Tomorrow at school would not be the same as every day. Ladybug was right about one thing, though. This would change everything. Alright, thank you guys so much for the support and for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. This is like an official voice reveal. I hope you like the story so far. I'm trying to make it interesting, though I don't know like what to do really. It's kind of complicated. Let me know if I should do more like this, or do you want me to just do texting story for the next part or something? If you have other suggestions though, let me know. I was thinking of doing a picture story, but I don't know if I should do it because most of you like texting stories, and I like to do them too, but I just wanted to try something new, so let me know if it was good or not. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day, or had a good day, and I'll see you in my next video.